Hey, this is Rich over at TVP Live with another quick tips brought to you by Adobe Photoshop Elements Tutorials Group. And let's jump right into today's poster's question was how to recreate this image. We're not going to get the exact same background, so we just came up with something kind of close. So just some sort of watercolor background. Then you got to look at all the different parts. That's the background. Then you got like a light bulb, which consists of two different parts actually, a globe and the screw-on base on the side here. Finally, you have the picture within the globe, which is a lighthouse at the ocean. All right, so let's make our own version of the same thing. Let's start with the background. Next thing, you want a globe. I brought in a globe from a free PNG site, and those are easy to find. You can get these just about anywhere, and I just placed it right above the sun here like this. Next, I want to do, you can see this is a lighthouse that I just grabbed, and finally is the base of the globe, which I found on another site, and we're just going to match it up, and that's about it, all there is to it. So let's get started. First, we're going to do with the globe. We're going to put that right here in front of the sun. Next, let's take the lighthouse, and I placed it, as you can see right here, behind the layer of the globe. I'm going to lock the globe so it doesn't get in the way right now. Let's go ahead and erase the rest of the photo that we don't need. I'm going to grab an eraser and get a big brush, like, I don't know, like 100 points, and you can see how big it is. And I'll click on the layer of the lighthouse. And it's okay if I lose some of the picture because it's a globe. It's not going to show everything. So I'm going to erase part of the edge and leaves the inside. Next, I'm going to grab the polygon tool, make sure it's on polygon, and let's get rid of the rest of that original lighthouse picture by drawing a circle in between where I erased. I'll double click at the end. Now let's get rid of the outside, not the inside. So I'm going to right click and select inverse. When I hit delete, it deletes the rest of that particular picture. I'll deselect it now. So now I have the picture with inside the globe, but the picture is a little bit soft. We can do a couple things. Let's go ahead and unlock the globe and bring down its opacity just a tad. I can go all the way down to like 0 and slowly bring it up, and you can see now the globe doesn't really have to be at 100%. I kind of like it around 60% here. That looks pretty good. I like that. And then we can go ahead and grab that lighthouse picture. I'm going to enhance it just a tad. I'm going to go to lighting, brightness, and make it a little more contrasty. If you watch the contrast of the lighthouse, it lessens or more. So you can bring it in as much as you want or out as much as you want. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a tiny bit more contrast and then play with the brightness. And it's completely up to you where you want it. Finally, let's grab the base of the bulb. And this I just grabbed somewhere, just did a Google search, and I'm just going to match the size and the placement so that it matches this one. And that's pretty darn close. I'm going to grab an eraser and then make it a really small eraser, like 10 point. And I'm going to zoom in, and with the eraser I will erase out everything that I don't need. Once I have that cut out, I'm going to take the polygon tool and draw a polygon in the sections that I don't want to keep, which is all the edges beyond the base. I'll zoom out, and when I hit delete, boom, gets rid of everything else that I don't want. But we still have this kind of strong here. You don't have to do everything 100%. As a matter of fact, on this base, I'm going to bring it down a little bit, the opacity, so it isn't quite so strong. And it's okay if it melds into the picture just a tad, because when it's too strong, then it looks fake, when everything is actually a little bit more opaque. Now I want to get rid of some of this part here. I'm going to go ahead and grab an eraser and grab a huge eraser, like, I don't know, let's do 1,000%. See how big that is? And if I bring it out to here and I hit delete, delete, and then I'll get a 500 point, and I'll just kind of erase the edges of this. So it, it basically melds into the globe. And that's pretty much it. Maybe I'll bring back a little bit of opacity there and go like 95%. And now to make it look like it's behind the trees, I know I like it at 95, but I'm going to go ahead and lessen it up by a lot. And grab a small eraser, like, I don't know, maybe 20% or so, and draw out the parts of the trees that are on top of the globe. Once I have that drawn out with the eraser, I'm going to go ahead and make that opacity 100%, and now I know exactly what I need to cut out. I'm going to take out the background just for a second here and zoom in. So as long as I cut along these lines in between, everything should come out perfect. I'm going to zoom out, hit delete, and I got rid of part of the base that I don't want. When I turn the background back on, it looks like the base is behind the tree leaves. And you can move it around, so if you want to see more of the base, you can. It's up to you. This is a good example to show you how to put a globe or a light bulb and, integrate it into a picture in a photo. Make it look like it's magnifying glass. Anyway, that's it for this tutorial. This is Rich calling it quits, saying over and out.